Hey, David here, BreezeFlippers. It's Tuesday, and we got a few sales today. Nothing to set the world on fire, but hey, there's a few things going out. And, again, it's kind of eclectic. It seems like some odd things are selling. So there are still sales happening. It's a little slow right now. I think a lot of people have said that. I've noticed on Facebook that a lot of people have said it was slow. It's just that time of year, I think. And we're going to run into some slow periods. And there's going to be some great periods. So, I look at the numbers. We're still good for the month. I know a lot of people don't always look at their numbers, and the numbers aren't important because so many factors can change. I think that was a great comment that my friend Jacob Retro Wasteland said. Yeah, too many factors can change to be able to look at it. But it could be the economy, it could be just certain things going on in the world right now. It could just be, about anything. So sometimes it is hard to look at those, but I do look at the numbers. I like to look at my year over years and just kind of say, hey, what is going on? And is this actually, is this an issue that I need to, look at, or is there something that I need to do? But overall, like I said, I'm not displeased with how we're looking, year over year. So I look at the numbers as a benchmark for me. That's kind of the way I do it. So they help me to know, am I on track, or what do we need to do? Because really, honestly, the best thing you can do for your business is being consistent, whether it's just listing, every day, or how are you going to do consistently going in and doing things. And that's part of what I want to talk about today, because I've had an issue that I really think is important. But before we get started, the first thing I'm going to ask is, we are at 969 followers now, and I appreciate every one of you that watch the show, that have hit the like and subscribe button. I do appreciate that. It means a lot to me. If you look statistically, can't talk today, a lot of YouTube channels have quit long before this. And I'm not going to quit. I like doing this. I have fun with it. I'm enjoying some stuff I'm going to be doing on some podcasts and things that are coming up. So I enjoy it. This is just something I like to do. So, but if you have a chance, please hit the like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button so you know when it's coming up. If you find any use at all in this, or leave some comments too. I love the comments. We're going to start reading comments here as we get a lot more. But I do have some stuff I want to give away at 1,000. So as soon as we cross that 1,000 mark and we can hold that, I'm definitely going to do the giveaways. I have some books that I used to help me learn comics, something I have learned about Hot Wheels and some other collectibles. I think they're great books, and I'm going to give away some. So that's one of the things I'm going to do. It's not much, guys, but it's my way to say thank you. It's the best thing that I can do. So we're going to talk real quick about sales, but I also want to talk about an issue that I've had, and I am only drawing a correlation based on what I see. I am not going to tell you that this is definitely a problem. I will tell you that I am working it from both sides, both eBay and the side with this vendor, to try to figure out if this really is an issue. And the issue has been with ListEasier. And this is nothing to say. ListEasier is a great tool. If you're using it and you like it and it's working for you, that's great. But I'm going to tell you what's happened to me. And this has just come up, and I just realized, and I mentioned it earlier on one of the videos this weekend, but as I've looked at it, now it's kind of evident that it really is the issue. So my business process, I will let listings run for a little over 90 days. After 90 days, if I don't see any watchers, there's no action on there, I'm going to take that listing down. I'm going to redo it. That's my business process. I don't do it before 90 days because I want to give that time to do that. And sometimes if it has watchers or I'm seeing views on it, I will leave it up for a little bit longer. I'll go another month, right? Because I look at my stuff every day and I see what's coming up for renewal every single day. That's the first thing I do. I go into my store and I look at it and I say, okay, what's coming up for renewal today? And if those items, I look through them, are not producing, they're not going to sell, I'm going to pull them down and try to do something. Now, I've had very good success with pulling them down, redoing them, and then selling similar, sell similar, and they seem to sell. So I've been doing this since we started. I mean, since I've learned about how to do that, and it's worked for us. So many times, and I'm going to say, if I just was guessing a percentage, I would say 20% of them I put back up sell almost right away within the week or two. So I like the process. I'm going to keep doing the process. But what I noticed was, and I talked about this a couple weeks ago, I was taking some items down, and this is just starting to happen. And it seemed kind of odd that it was just starting to happen at a certain time, and I'll tell you why. But back in September and October, I used ListEasier to list a bunch of video games, comic books, anime, and I think some plush items. And it worked well. I did what I wanted, but it didn't do everything I wanted. And that was part of the reason why I haven't continued it month to month. I do like their new process, their new program now where you can do 100 at a time, which makes a lot of sense. If I had 1,000 items, I still might think about it. However, this little problem came up and I cannot figure out what's going on. Now, I have emailed ListEasier on this. So what has happened is when I've taken the item down to go and sell similar, it goes into my ended listings, and I go on the ended listings and I go sell similar. When I pop them into the review or to go start doing the draft, the photos have disappeared. And I started looking and I go, well, I thought this was an eBay problem, because I went to eBay 3 times now. I've gone to eBay and said, hey, there's an issue and these photos are disappearing, and eBay's had no answer. So it didn't really dawn onto me until I started looking at it going, wait a minute, these were all the listings that I did with ListEasier. And as I'm taking them down, and this is what's happened, is like the one that's not happened on everything, because a lot of them sold, which is good. That's what we wanted. A lot of those sold that I listed with ListEasier, which is perfect. That's what you want. That software helped do that. But some of them didn't. And it was the comics, the anime, and the video games that I did. So as I took them down and I went to go put them back up, they aren't working. They're not there. The photos are gone, completely gone. It shows an image holding placeholder, but there's a cross between it and the image is gone. I have gone to eBay. I've done everything. And it was just, today when I really started looking at it, I realized it was ListEasier. So I don't know if there's something that was going on there, or there's an issue or something, but I did email ListEasier. I was just curious, if you used ListEasier, have you done this? Have you come across this? Because I'm wondering if anybody else has had this problem. Now, maybe a lot of people don't do the same process. Maybe they leave their items up for a year or however long you guys do that. I don't know. But I know my process, I like to keep that store keep going, and that's how I will keep pulling stuff off, redoing it, and sending it back up again. And that's worked for me. But if you're not doing that, then you might not have ever noticed it. But it was definitely, I've gone through and I have actually verified that every single one of the ones that I did was from the ListEasier. So I don't know if anybody out there using ListEasier or with ListEasier has used this, or if they know anything about it. I'd love to hear. So I sent it off a support ticket to ask them. And again, I'm not downplaying anything. It's a good software. I just think if could be something in there that maybe the photos aren't, I don't know. I just don't know what would be it. Maybe something to do with eBay's system, or maybe it's just something that's been changed recently, because eBay goes through a lot of changes. So I don't know what the problem is, but at some point, hopefully somebody helps to figure it out. So anyway, I'd be curious to hear what you have to say about that, because, and tell me, is your process, do you have the same thing? Do you take stuff down after 90 days and redo it, or do you just leave it up until it sells, or you just keep lowering the price, or do you add it into sales? I kind of do all the above, right? I will tweak something every time I see it. It may be coming up for renewal and it's only 30 days old. If this got nothing on it, I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to not take it down, but I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to try something. I'm going to change price. I'm going to change the title. I'm going to do something that's going to change it. But if it's been up over 90 days, I feel like it's stale. And to me, I'm going to take it down. I'm going to redo it. That's worked for me. May not work for everybody, but that's worked for me. So anyway, like I said, I don't know what the deal is, and I hope it's something we can get fixed, but we're going to have to wait and see. But I'll keep you posted and let you know what I know or what I hear. After Sunday night, after I did the video on Sunday, we did have a couple more things sell. I'm going to pop those on the screen because they're kind of cool. I did sell 2 more comics. I sold My Little Pony comic lot of 3, Friendship is Magic Classics. This is issues number 37 and 3 through 4. Sold it for $22.49. It did go out with free shipping, but they're My Little Ponies, and I was glad to see them sell. Also sold a Wolverine number 45, which is the Care Andrews exclusive variant. It was a 2023 comic. Sold it for $8.99, got $5.99 shipping. Yesterday, or last night, sold a video game. Now, it's kind of funny, and I will tell you the difference between y'all on YouTube and people on TikTok. There's nothing bad to say anything about TikTok. Some people watch TikTok, some people watch YouTube, some people watch both. I put a video out there and talked about what I found, and I got a nice comment about what I found, the video games and the DVD Blu-rays and the Wii's. that it was a good buy. I feel like it's a good buy at $1 a piece. I'm going to make money off them. I'm going to make money off of Dibdid. I'm going to make money off them. And I don't sell games typically individually unless they're $10 or more. I just don't. And those games I will probably lot up in the groups of 2, 3, and 4. I'll make my money back. I have no doubt that I'll make my money back between here and what's on Dibdid as well. So anyway, and I also build a relationship, hopefully, to be able to get more. But I did sell another game. But this one was actually from Flea Across Florida. I listed it with ListEasier. So anyway, and it sold, so I didn't have to worry about redoing it. But I got $11.89 for it, $5.99 shipping. It's the Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom Xbox 360 game. It's the disc only, but sold for, like I said, $11.89, gets $5.99 shipping. Still selling these. I've got one more of these left. This is one of those regretful buys that I wish now that I would have just bought all of them. He had more, not this size, but the smaller ones with the singles, like 5 cars in it. Kind of wish I'd have bought those too, but these have been selling better. I've only sold a couple of those that I did pick up. These are Matchbox gift pack, 9 cars exclusive. It's the Jamboree SUV set. That's kind of cool. I don't know. These must be, I don't think they're vintage. 2012. So this is, fairly old, but I know they still make these. But I did get $21.59 for this, and it should get, I think, $6.99 shipping. And it takes every bit of the $6.99 to ship it. They're heavy, and it's an awkward size box. Last, but definitely not least, we cleaned out our cupboards about 2 weeks ago. We just needed to redo some stuff. It was more than that. It was over Christmas break. Sherry got a spring cleaning itch and said, let's just go clean these cupboards out. We have an amazing collection of cups, and we have them from everywhere and everything. And it's kind of funny because obviously don't need that many cups, right? But she has a bunch, and we just got them from here and there. And so I pulled these out, and I realized, hey, that's a Blue Yeti. And I was like, that's kind of cool. I think this is kind of a color that's not easy to get anymore, but it's kind of a interesting blue. I think it's Arctic blue is what they call it. I'm not so reef blue, I believe. Anyway, it's hard to photograph and show, but it does actually, it is in really good shape. I don't think we ever used it, to be honest with you. Sherry did get it. I mean, she might have used it a little bit, but it's in really, really good shape. So anyway, these do sell, guys, and if they're in decent shape, they're not scratched up and beat up, you can get still some decent money for it. I got $18.99 for it, and it will go out with $6.99 shipping. So anyway, about $100 in sales so far, but it is, it is not... it's the first part of the week, right? It's just Tuesday. So I'm happy that I have some sales. I actually get to send some stuff out today, which is kind of cool. But it is the first part of the January. So we're going to kind of keep playing it out and see what happens. Again, I'm not going to panic. This isn't panic time. This is just time to make sure that we're doing what needs to be done every day, whether it's listing, going into our store, pulling down items, redoing items, keep moving. I mean, that's the whole thing. eBay loves activity, and that's what they're wanting. As far as other numbers go, I know a lot of people keep still talking about all the promoted sales issues. Mine are fine. We're 75% of our sales have been organic, and 27% are promoted. We aren't so far down in number of sales that it makes me think, it's hurting us to not promote as many things. It's actually working fine. I think the whole point of that, is to be smarter with the promotions. So whatever you're doing, if your promoted strategy is to promote everything, fine, promote everything. But just know that you have to kind of manage that, manage the expectations, and you have to kind of manage that budget to make sure that you're not over promoting things that don't really need to be promoted, or promoting things that absolutely don't need promoted. If there's very few items out there, I don't know why you need to promote it. And I had to learn that too, because in the very beginning I was promoting everything, and then I stopped promoting anything, and then I started promoting some stuff. Now I think we've got a pretty good process worked out. So the goal this year is to hopefully keep that at least 50%, but maybe more, to more side of organic, and keep our sales up. Now, if we start seeing a big dip in sales, then I would be concerned. But I'm not concerned about this month. We're down 9% in the number of buyers compared to year over year, which still, that's nothing. That's pretty small. So anyway, decent stuff going on. Let me know if you're using ListEasier. Have you had this problem, or have you taken down anything and put it back up and had any issues? Now, I will be honest and say that it's not every single item that I've taken down from ListEasier that's had this issue. It's only been a certain number of them. As I listed a lot. I think I listed 400, 500, 600 items with ListEasier, and I've taken some down and I put some back up. So it's not all of them. So at least, but it is the ones that I can tell you for a fact that all the ones that I have taken down that I lost the pictures on were done with ListEasier. So I don't know. We're going to find out. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted. I hope you guys let me know what's going on. Tell me what's happening in your world. And if this is happening with you, I'd sure love to know it. Just so we can kind of maybe even pull some of that information together and get it to ListEasier so they can actually take a look at it. You know, because I think it's a good AI tool. I use AI for a lot of stuff. I know people were still talking about the AI announcement that eBay made. Again, it doesn't really affect any of us. ListEasier uses an API, and they have the authorization to use the API. So eBay and ListEasier talk, and they know exactly what each other's doing. So yeah, I don't, you know, eBay is going to use AI for a lot of stuff. I use AI, you use AI, everybody's doing it. I will tell you though, I was listening to something Dave said this morning, ADH Dave, and he mentioned that that AI is stupid. It makes me laugh because I have arguments with AI all the time because I use it a lot for work. And so I'll go through and I'll have it help me work on a solution, and I'll say, and I have to go back and go, are you sure that's right? And it'll come back and go, oh, good call. So AI can be confidently wrong. Okay. So you don't put all your faith in it. If something doesn't look right, you can go back and question it. But when we do that, it actually teaches the AI, it teaches the large language model that was incorrect, and it tries to improve it every single time. So anyway, it's interesting. It is always a struggle, and it does save me a lot of time for the mundane things that we do. But if I was using it for something highly technical or something that I would use that it's important, I probably wouldn't do that. So anyway, I'd be curious to hear what your thoughts are on it. How do you use AI? Are you using it today? If you're using ListEasier, let me know if you're having this issue. If you get a chance, please like and subscribe and help us get us over 1,000 so we can just keep on doing this, and love to hear more from you. So I'm David, BreezeFlippers. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you.